So in the last session, what we talked about? Help me revise. Okay. Ethics. So elaborate a bit on environmental ethics. What is environment first? Okay. And what is ethics? Scrutinizes human conduct, whether it is right or wrong. And so we analyze in context of environment, that is environmental ethics. So what's new about environmental ethics? Till now we were analyzing what? No. Till now what we were analyzing? Human to human. Humans to humans. Now humans to environment. And some prominent examples, which are issues, some which are going on. Environment of Great Nicobar project, I guess. I think it may come in case study, something they will manipulate it and give it that way. We were also, we discussed what again? Next, animal ethics. Because why we need animal ethics? Huh? But why we need animal ethics? Because
they also have a life.
Yes.
They have a bit of emotions, not to that extent.
Yes, we have emotions and we have the ability to show compassion. So it is only this. See, we were talking about environmental ethics, GM crop, and today the Hindu published an article on GM crop. Which is that? DMH11. पढ़ा नहीं हिंदू आज?
There is also oil related in one of Assam sanctuary.
Huh?
Oil related.
Where?
In Assam sanctuary.
Yes. Environmental effects. Today the Hindu, one article here. This side, small article. GM crop. DMH, Dhara, mustard, 11 I guess. What the article talks about, see, we have GM crop, which is cotton, which has been introduced. Lot of benefits, production increase, but also I guess pink bollworm, that was also, it was introduced to resist this, but it is also getting attracted to cotton, GM modified cotton. So what this is developed. GM mustard has been developed by which? Who developed this? Or which institute developed this?
CSI.
No. I'll give you options. CSIR, ISRO, then Delhi University or DRDO. Don't tell the option, keep it in your mind. Select Delhi University. CSR, ISRO, DRDO, Delhi University. GM mustard has been developed. DMH11 its name. Who developed it? Huh? Okay, one for DRDO. DRDO. एक ही बोलना है, दो ने बोलना है. डी दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी. ए ओके, एक दिन ISRO one. Yes. Okay, 1 year. Delhi University. Majority is A. Majority is wrong. Second majority, tie. This row is also wrong. What made you think Delhi University? Tell me first.
Usually source that it was given by committee of students.
Okay, and you? Guess, Tukka. Yes, answer is Delhi University. Missed out. Then this is what happens in exam. Delhi University developed this. May come important. GM crop favorite area of UPSC. The concern is, I guess, a two-judge bench. Both gave differing verdict. One can derive environmental ethics in that sense. See, this is developed by Delhi University, but this was developed by a private organization. So you have to take the seeds of that from that organization only. And they are also saying that this will some insecticide you need to spray. That insecticide is developed by one particular organization only. So it monopolizes this. And long-term impact we don't know. Cotton to consume karte nahi, mustard will consume. What will happen to your body? We don't know. Genetically modified crops. So that's why it's not been introduced. Genetic Engineering Approval Committee has approved this, but due to some protest they have not introduced this yet. This is all about GM crops. It can come. Okay. Important area, favorite area. The open question paper of pre-mains GM crops. One question you will see. इस पे बहुत पूछा. Cotton. I guess this also they have asked once. Now this will become the favorite question. Also many genetically modified crops like tomatoes etc. have been developed already. Flavor saver tomato. Flavor saver tomato is one tomato which flavor is very good. It does not degrade too soon. Higher shelf life. Looks bright. I think less bright but flavorful. That is also not there. And also there is BT brinjal also, that is also not introduced. Many issues, environmental ethics, you can relate this. Also we talked about that day sports ethics, I guess. Now Olympics, some things happened yesterday. Yes, tell what happened. Okay, yes, we went broad, but from ethics point of view, something happened yesterday. You don't, none of you reads the Hindu, what? Huh? पढ़ते नहीं हो हिंदू? बॉक्सिंग में हाँ बराबर है. नाम क्या है उनका? नाम मैं बहुत भूल जाता हूँ. खलीफ समथिंग वाज दैट. खलीफ, अल्जेरियन बॉक्सर. I wrote her name, I forgot again. Angela Carlini, that woman. And what's that woman's name? Khalif something. Khalif is Ayman Khalif, I guess. Okay, Iman Khalif. Spelling है? N ना? Iman Khalif. So this sports ethics, this man, woman, trans. What happened? High levels of testosterone. Also, there is one XY gene in her body. XY is male gene, and she has also failed that gender test when Indian boxing some event was kept. She was barred, and Olympic committee considered her as a female, and she competed with another female. And that female says, I received such a big blow on my nose that within 46 seconds she gave up the fight. So sports ethics is also there. Gender ethics can also come here. Example, good example. See, Olympic. Now, what is a gender? Not properly established. Ethics of the institution. Many say she is a trans and competing against a female. Boxing. तो ये डिफरेंस है, यूनिवर्सल स्टैंडर्ड्स होने चाहिए ना. अभी इंडियन बॉक्सिंग एसोसिएशन ने इनको बैन कर दिया था. ये फेल्ड द जेंडर टेस्ट. ओलंपिक में अलाउ, और फिर ये भी इनका मोरल कितना डाउन हो गया. दैट आर द फाइटर इश्यूज. हाँ, ओलंपिक कमेटी के एथिक्स. Be more articles will be published, more details we'll get in the newspaper. Now just yesterday this happened, so more things will open up. We exactly don't know what are the rules act, but some gray area is this. Sports ethics comes here, application. See, reading newspaper is very important. Don't ignore newspaper. Enrichment will be difficult there. Today, ethics in private and public relations. Now, what are private relations?
Personal relations.
Private relations. Now, what are private relations and what do you mean by ethics in private relations?
So private relations, personal relations.
Uh-huh.
How you deal with your personal relations.
Yes.
Friend, family.
Yes. And they have some code? Private relations.
We have some.
Code, values, code of conduct होता है. Is there a code?
Yes, customs, traditions.
Okay, custom, but largely unwritten, not written. Basically, private relations are those which you deal in a private sphere. Ethical standards in a private relation. Private relation can be a family, friends, community, society. Okay, family, friends, community, society, these all are private relations. Private relations, they are largely based on what? Personal values. Personal values, what values you have? That personal values. Family values. Societal values. Values, moral values, morality. This is all about private relations. This is private relations, right? And how private relations or values of private relations are acquired. And yes, these are largely unwritten, informal, can vary person to person. Okay. Private relations are these. So, like some private values, private relation values are respecting elders, being vegetarianism. You are sacrificing life for the family. These are all private relation values. Okay. So, these are how they are acquired. Yes, very good. Through the process of socialization, you socialize. Your family teaches you something. Your friends teaches you something. Your school teaches something. Your community teaches you something. In that social sphere, some values are ingrained in you. You become a person, private person. And this, when you exercise this value or you exhibit these values, it becomes a private relation, not in an organizational relation, a social relation outside with friends, families. You talk, very private and social, unwritten rules. When you come in an organization setup, it becomes what? Public relations. So public relations. What are public relations?
Codified
Okay.
objective.
Public relations. What are public relations? Formal, yes. But what are they? That are the values, formal.
So values of any organization. Organization.
How our organization is formed?
A written constitution.
Yes, very good. Good thinking. When two or more people come together in a formal setup, that is a formal organization. Okay. Formal organization. That organization may have some values. As we have studied, what? Professional ethics. It may be having some professional ethics. We discussed briefly professional ethics. Every profession will have some professional ethics. Which profession? Tell some professions and their professional ethics. Yes? What civil services? That is okay, but they are defined under which umbrella? Which? Yes, civil services conduct rules. When you are in the institution of civil services, civil service conduct rules should guide you. Civil services conduct rules. When you are under a doctor, you become a doctor, then medical conduct rules, medical ethics. Similarly, all those professions will have some values. That is, when two or more people come together in a formal setup, then there is a formal public relation, not private. Will you behave in the same way in a public organization and a private organization? Yes, because they are different setup, different organizational values. Also, those in public sphere should not behave should not carry these values outside. Private relations, like, can you elaborate more on this? Some people in government setup, they should have that power and authority only in that setup, not outside the setup. Outside, all humans are equal. No one is under you. Man is born free, has dignity and respect. You must have come across how people even outside their organization keep wielding authority, especially government servants. One prime example you know now. Everyone knows, whole India knows. Yes. That we'll also discuss a bit. Also, many times you come across the social media, people writing their name and putting IS in front of them. You are an IS in that organization. Outside you are nothing. You are a common human being. This is highly unprofessional. On social media you are writing all this. Okay, if you want to use that handle, use the office handle, district collector of so and so region. There is also those handles. There is a handle of PMO India. Does Prime Minister write Narendra Modi PM? He doesn't write, right? There are two social media handles. One is PMO India and Narendra Modi, his personal handle. Has he written Narendra Modi Prime Minister? And why you are writing so and so IS, so and so IPS? Professional ethics. Yes, but see, there are also good people in the administrative service. All services, majority are very good people. The country is sustaining because of very good people. They remain very private. They follow civil services rules, conduct rules. It doesn't, fame and etc. are not important for them. This is all secondary. They are driven by which interest? Social service, public interest is the motive of civil services. This is public relations. And many have done very good work also. They are doing also. they remain anonymous. That is what is one concept in public administration, civil services, anonymity. Anonymity. This is a cardinal principle of civil services. Civil services, anonymity. Neutrality you discussed briefly, I'll tell if this comes. Anonymity, that is civil services, civil servant should remain anonymous. Any policy, public policy which becomes success, credit should go to the minister, to the government, not you. You are working under Government of India. Civil services, anonymity.
So this is the value of civil service.
Yes.
So they do something wrong.
Responsibility lies with the minister only, na? He has to answer in the parliament. Minister responsibility, civil services, anonymity. You cannot take credit for anything. You are working for the organization will take the credit. And the office bearer of the organization are elected by the people. They are serving the people. You are just a medium for service. See, there are also some, when you reach an organization, work in an organization, there are guiding principles for an organization. Any organization, there are some guiding principles, broader principles to ensure that organization is successful. We know every organization is going to die one day, but this will delay its death unless it reinvents itself and becomes a new organization altogether. I guess we discussed that transformational leadership, how every organization is going to die. See, some guiding principles, can you tell, for an organization with respect to an individual? These individuals are working in this organization. They are contributing, organization is contributing back by giving salary, by giving incentives. They are also contributing. I guess some must be working also, some have worked also. Can you tell what are the guiding principles? What your boss used to motivate you for? You are this, or you have an organization. You are contributing to the organization. Organization is contributing you back, incentives, etc. But sometimes what happens? People become lazy, money crazy. They don't contribute much. Why they don't contribute much? They feel alienated also in organization. What a good leader should be.
Or in a much.
If they are giving good money also, still people are not disinterested totally. Bas, theek hai, we have a-
Leadership,
Okay,
motivation.
yes, but I'm looking for better in context of organization and individuals.
हर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में मोटो होता है
But that is a philosophy principle hai. See, whenever in an organization you will contribute more than what you get, only when they see that organizational interest are equal to individual interest. ठीक है, equal to individual interest. समझ रहे हो? The leader will inculcate or create a narrative in such a way to make you believe you are part of this organization. You are just not a worker, you are stakeholder to this organization. They will integrate all you. People say, na, in a office, I feel at home. Come to home, come to office. Good work culture, very good work culture, homely culture. We provide incentives, we provide parties. Why? They want to make you feel at home. So you contribute more. So that way, what happens? Organizational values become more important than individual values. तुम्हारे मन में चला गया कि this organization is mine, मेरा है, I'll contribute more. Organizational interest is more important than individual interest.
मैनेजरियल पोजीशन पे स्टेक अपने शेयर्स भी दे देते हैं.
हाँ, yes, to become part of the organization, you are a stakeholder, so you keep contributing more. Yes, many private organizations give compensation in terms of shares, that is stakeholders बना देते हैं organization. Also public interest, for especially for government organization, public interest should be more important than private interest. Very important for government organization. Public interest should be more important than your own interest. Then only there will be efficiency in the organization. Organization will survive. This is what public relations should be. Ethics in public relations. See, if corruption happens, corruption increases, bribes increases, collusive corruption increases, then private interest gets served. This becomes more than this. Then poor people of the country suffer because this is not happening. For private organization or private interest of that organization is more than private interest of individual. That organization, see, private organization based on simple formula. We want to make profit. Benefit should be more than cost. Then there will be efficiency. Private organization will work on this principle, but public organization is work on this. Even if cost is more than benefit, it will take into account because it needs to serve the public, poor people. We discussed the examples of public sector undertakings, how in location disadvantaged area they opened many public sectors. Coal India, many ONGC, Indian Oil, BSNL, in tribal areas, in yes, post offices in Jharkhand, Bihar, that time, because welfare state hai hamara. Also, I guess there are a lot of subsidies. I think say UPA 2 time petrol diesel rates were kept very low. Despite the crude oil, I guess $140 per barrel, still they were selling for 50 rupees, I guess, petrol that time. Welfare state, because all the transportation of goods, diesel, I guess the gap was huge between petrol and diesel before. Now prices, it's been narrowed down because all the transportation vehicles which transport food, vegetables are diesel vehicles. Now, okay, they are pushing towards green energy, but India's environment is very hot. Batteries may not be as sustainable. Batteries will lose power quickly. Hope they develop technology soon. You understand batteries? Huh? Yes, bad quality, organizational ethics, not proper product. Understand, right? Batteries lose power, discharge very quickly in hot environment. Is more suitable for cold environment. Electric cars, electric scooters, lithium ion. Lithium also we are importing from other countries. JNK में lithium पाया, auction करने रखा, no bidder, no one came, no one showed interest. Maybe a good thing, I think, lithium, I think it's better to focus on hydrogen orientation, hydro cars, hydro energy. This is better alternative. Because I think electric vehicles is all but a bubble burst hoga. Then people will move towards hydrogen. So things are clear about ethics briefly. This is just a brief. We'll go in depth. Any doubts, issues? No doubts? Now then you tell me the values which should be are different in public relations and private relations. Public relations. private relations. Tell some brief differences, not values, brief overall differences. Okay, but it's better to derive things. That is also right. Wait. We look first structural part. First, this is in organization. Organization. This is in social relations, family, friends, personal relations. Friends, family, community. Okay. This you have personal values. Yeah, personal values. Here personal का opposite क्या है? हाँ? नहीं personal private ही हो गया. नहीं personal values का opposite क्या है? यहाँ क्या आएगा? Professional. And any other word? Impersonal values. Impersonal, it's more used in a public administration setup, a public body, उसमें impersonal बोलते हैं. Bureaucracy is based on impersonal values. Impersonals, हमारा emotions आने नहीं चाहिए. That is how Max Weber designed bureaucracy. Indian bureaucracy is based on Max Weber's model. He said कि don't bring emotions in your work. He derived this कि when he was before formulating this theory, he saw that in hospital there was a lot of cases. Doctors were also getting emotionally attached. They were crying. Patients are crying. Patients are dying. They are crying. So he concluded, if you bring personal emotions in the profession, your efficiency will go down. You won't be able to do your work properly. So he said a bureaucracy should be based on impersonality. You should not get involved emotionally. Initially, later bureaucracy also changed. Values are also important, humane values. This is more of professional relations. Professional. These are, don't tell now personal relations. Professional. हाँ पर्सनल प्राइवेट हो गया सब. Okay, emotional relations. Emotions, okay. Everyone is emotionally attached to their loved ones. Emotional relations. See, no need to mug up. Public relation, personal. Public कहाँ होगा? एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में होगा. प्राइवेट तुम पर्सनल तुम्हारे घर पे, फैमिली, फ्रेंड्स, कम्युनिटी. ओके. ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में क्या होगे? यहाँ पे आ जाओ. पर्सनल में पर्सनल वैल्यूज तुम्हारे रिफ्लेक्ट होंगे. व्हाट यू होल्ड एज पर्सनल वैल्यूज, मॉरल वैल्यूज, रिस्पेक्टिंग एल्डर्स, being a vegetarian, being a non-vegetarian, waking up early, sleeping early, or waking up late, sleeping late. It's all your personal values. And यहाँ पे personal है तो impersonal, a better technical word. It's better to use it because in your syllabus there is also ethics in public administration. यहाँ पे personal में your emotional relations. Emotions are very high in personal relations. You have attachment with this friends, family, community, attachment. Here there is no attachment. Profession should be looked as a profession, not an emotion. If everyone become emotional in the organization समझ लो, that's going to die today only. It will become a country club. Like a club, people will come, eat, drink, make merry and go home. No work. That's why professional ethics are required.
Ethics of care.
हाँ
तो कहते हैं women को आती है leadership.
हाँ
So that she can be in personal relation. I think मतलब care show towards team. फिर वो तो personal relation है.
extreme forming. That said, ethics and humanity in team building. People are able to see when impersonal it is in bureaucracy में क्या होता है? You create one cabin, you create separate cabins. यहाँ भी cabins है, तो cabin में क्या होता है? You need to ask permission to talk. Okay, employees will hesitate to give a feedback to you. They will hesitate to open up. Big organization, a manager will just manage and design and plan things. Policy बनाए. नीचे की बातें उनको पता नहीं होती है. ये फीडबैक अगर लेते रहेंगे तो इनको पता है. They can incorporate in that policy. So if ऐसा chamber type organization है, employees will hesitate to talk. If ऐसा open matrix type organization, ऐसे एक open सब साथ में बैठे, people will develop a community feeling. Then individual values we discuss. Individual values, individual goals, मतलब organization goals. Then team building होगा, ये innovation आएगा, and at that women are more effective as a leader and manager. See, we can also analyze demonetization policy. Policy ऊपर से आई, नीचे से feedback नहीं लिया. Chambers also, farmers law policy ऊपर से आई. There is no consultation. That is also we know North Block, South Block में ministers, but the people or bureaucrats are hesitant to meet. अभी तो बहुत ही एकदम चेम्बर टाइप बना दिया है. बिफोर दैट्स व्हाई कोलिशन गवर्नमेंट थोड़ा ओपन रहता है, ओपन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. दैट सो दैट इमोशन एंड दैट टीम बिल्डिंग इट रेफर्स टू, नॉट लाइक क्राइंग लाफिंग टू मच इन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. Also that's why many organizations, successful organizations, they have parties, they have recreational activities, sports activities, office trip होती है, just to make sure that people are very cohesive together. So उनका aim क्या है कि तुम्हारे goals हमारे goals बन जाए, हमारे goals तुम्हारे बन जाए. You identify yourself. That is the trick. Many I guess Accenture also make some advertise, be at home, feel like home, come to us to work with us. We provide time for your hobbies also. That is that only they try to integrate. Okay, till now things are clear. Then write down.
Personal value by example, personal values and personal value.
Emotions, no emotions while dealing with. Emotional less dealings. You go to any government organization, go to railway counter also, see how they talk without emotions. हाँ क्या है ये लो भागो यार से. Impersonal relations. And go to any government organization, you will come to know. Go to police station, you will come to know what is impersonal. Huh? Good. You must be knowing very well then.
Next counter.
Next counter. Lunchtime. Impersonal. They won't consider कि एक old lady has come, but it is lunchtime. बाद में. Impersonal. That is impersonal relations. That's why bureaucracy is also criticized for promoting impersonality, not humane bureaucracy. Compassionate bureaucracy is what is required. Reforms in bureaucracy. See, many times here reforms आ गए. हमारा collector DC is okay, humane. I showed you the pic. He was sitting down. But ये बाकी वीडियो, इतने सारे वीडियो है, असिस्टेंट कलेक्टर वो आगे इनह्यूमन, ये तो क्या है तुम कर लोगे. यू कैनॉट. डिस्ट्रिक्ट इज वेरी बिग. यही तुम्हारे काम करते वीडियोस, असिस्टेंट कलेक्टर्स एक्सेट्रा. इनको भी तो चेंज करना पड़ेगा. स्ट्रीट लेवल ब्यूरोक्रेसी दे आर कॉल्ड. दे वर्क ऑन द स्ट्रीट, दे इंटरेक्ट विद द पीपल. हाउ दे इंटरेक्ट विल फॉर्म द इमेज ऑफ यू, एंड हाउ यू ट्रीट देम that depends on how they will interact. If you treat them very badly, tell them to do menial works, get my child from home, this, they will also treat the public the same. If you give them respect, they will respect the people also. Jatha Raja Tatha Praja. Okay, ethics in private relations, right? ये टेबल बना लिया सबने? Ethics in private relation means ethical standards followed by people in private relations such as means ethical standards followed by people in their private relations such as family, friends, community, which are private in nature. And people may have their own moral standards. Like family values, personal values, values in their social relations. Social relations. Example, a person may have moral standards. Example, a person may have moral standards such as being vegetarian, respecting elders, sacrificing life for family members. These ethical standards are guided by the institution, by the institution of socialization. Such as family, society, schools, such ethical standards are based on personal preferences. And they are informal and unwritten. Personal preferences, and they are informal and unwritten. See, one example, recently incident happened. See, in our country also, caste is a very private affair. People generally don't ask their caste, which caste one person belongs to. which religion one person belongs to. But what happened, yesterday in Parliament? Then member of Parliament of Treasury bench asking the caste of an opposition MP. See, ethics in public relations. This is a very private affair. Caste, religion are very sensitive topic in our country. Huh? Yes. So he doesn't target. He asks कि इस public office कौन OBC SC ST है क्या? Yes, that is also wrong. That is also wrong. Asking caste and religion of a person is very private affair. It's ethics in public relations. Generally, whatever ministers have a moral responsibility to behave in an ethical way in the public, because they have very large impact. Many people follow them. Now if someone follows them, they have huge impact. They will keep on asking caste of every person they come across, religion. Ethics in public relations. This is all because they have higher moral responsibility. They are in a fiduciary capacity. Huh? Yes. Yes. Which? Yes. Also I guess I've seen here a lot. People are writing their caste also behind their car. This is illegal also to write this so and so caste. What you are promoting by that? You are trying to demean people of lower caste. That question comes. Why you are writing all this? Yes. Though I guess the trend has decreased now. That the police have started to take action. UP में बहुत action लिया था, I guess. But how much administration will also do? It's also the role of civil society, role of public. We should stand against this. People are surrounded by the people. That it's a mirror. You are surrounded people like you. If you don't stand for the right, no one will stand. Now, right, ethics in public relation. I will explain that fiduciary capacity, everything. Don't worry. That is impersonal relations. Ethics in public relation, that is impersonal relations. When two or more people behave in an organizational setting, at any public place, they become public relation. There are ethical standards for public relations. Which can be both written and unwritten. Example, Code of Ethics for Civil Servants. Medical Code of Ethics. And Professional Code of Ethics. Code of Ethics. Which can be considered ethical standards for public relations. Which can be considered ethical standards for public relations. There are some guiding principles for ethics in public administration or public relations. Guiding principles for ethics in public administration or ethics in public relations. There are some guiding principles for ethics in public relations, or you can add public administration also. Number 1, organizational interest should be preferred over personal individual interest. Public interest preferred over private interest.
So the second or first one same.
Private interest should be preferred over public interest should be preferred over private interest is more applicable for government settings. Private values should be subordinate to organizational values. That is when a person is working in any organization, she is morally obliged to follow ethical standards of the organization. And keep her moral standards subordinate to organizational standards. That keep her moral standards subordinate to organizational standards. Okay, one question for you to think. Yes, I'll repeat, should a person be judged only purely on the basis of his organizational life, or should private life should be also be considered Okay, I will give one example of a person who is very efficient in an organization. He is very hardworking. He is the top performer of that organization. But in private life, he has gender prejudices. He is very violent also. Should an organization only judge, should take only account is his public life and ignore his private life?
The last one. That's the last
According to his organizational behavior, and private life should be not taken into account or consideration.
This is
Exactly. Think and answer yes or no and why.
सर ये आप सिर्फ एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में जज
Organizational perspective in private life or in his family life, he is troublesome. In public life,
जज कहाँ करना सिर्फ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन
overall you have to judge. Suppose in organization, should he be considered efficient and the organization should keep him? Question is clear? क्या question पूछ रहा है?
Like organization is judging others.
You judge. Ethics इतना अभी तो बहुत हो गया है. You should able to tell and why you should also tell. Organization very efficient, star performer. In police, suppose he is very good investigation skills, catching criminals. Yes, very good. MD Tiwari, याद है इतना पुराना. Very good. Chief Minister of Uttarakhand, I guess. Yes, उत्तर प्रदेश, उत्तराखंड भी थे ना. Okay. Okay, so a police officer, very efficient, very hardworking, very good person, investigation, but he has prejudicial behavior. He doesn't treat his daughter in the same way as he treats his son. He is also violent towards his wife. He is not proper home person. So in organization is very good, doing very good things. Now tell, give answer one by one, yes or no and why. Huh? No, private life should be keep private.
So private, his private way should also be considered.
But he is very efficient, so organization should remove him.
No, sir, not remove, but some counseling because private values could also somewhat influences for professional values.
Okay. How?
So they couldn't be clear-cut diagram the way maintaining professional and personal values. A prejudice if a person is showing his personal life would somewhat come towards a professional as well.
But there is right to privacy, also right to life. It's my private life.
So it's a private life, but somehow similar situation comes in professional.
But there is no problem. He is following professional ethics here. Professional ethics is followed. Many people say something happens, his cricket life is different from his personal life.
Sir, no, sir.
Why?
Reasons are because there should be golden mean between organizational values and personal values. And in personal value, he should show respect to human dignity and human
Okay, okay. So organization should remove him.
Organization should not remove him
Okay, should not remove him.
until he is doing something illegal.
So he is not doing anything illegal in. I told you in organization is very efficient, hardworking, or good qualities. Organizational ethics is being followed. He's a good leader, good motivator.
He should not be removed.
Not removed. ठीक है. Private life, okay. Yes, your opinion.
So both lives should be taken.
So
The person is virtuous, well-corrected, no matter what the circumstances are, he will act in the same manner. So when it comes to whether the person should be replaced or not, so that may depend on the extent of the action he has done, committed.
action, you know what is he doing there?
Then has to be removed.
Huh?
He should be judged on the basis of private life also.
Why?
So because however he behaves in his private life, it will reflect in his organizational life also. No matter not now, but in later if any such situation arises, he will, because it is ethics, like it is moral conscience. A person is guided by moral conscience only, and if his moral conscience is wrong, unethical, then obviously he will do that same in organization also.
But he can say it's my personal life, you're intruding in my personal life.
No, sir, it's not an excuse.
Yes, your opinion. Yes or no? Okay, that is also one opinion. Can't say. Yes. Tell your opinion. Why you're telling her opinion? No, information. All information is correct. No issue with information.
उसके moral ethics जो भी हो वो आगे जाके जरूर कहीं ना कहीं दिख जाएगा।
No. So unethical conduct. Yes. Situation दे दिया ना पूरा ही. अभी क्या situation हुआ? Efficient, hardworking, anything. He is saying he'll get Daud Ibrahim from Pakistan. He has capability also of that. But घर में गड़बड़ है.
There is also many examples of actors which are very good, like actors in their working life, but they behave very badly in the sport work.
Personal, actually, sport workers. Then, right or wrong? But they are very good actors.
No, sir,
Efficient. They are giving very lot of super hit films.
public image that if people know that they behave in such a manner, then obviously their fan base will be affected.
But they must be knowing that.
No, sir, they should affect.
Two opinions are remaining.
If we are not giving them punishment, we are not rewarding them, maybe other people also imitate their patterns in their
Okay. Yes. अच्छा कोई दिक्कत नहीं.
बात पार नहीं आ रही जैसे कि प्रिंसिपल के बंदा की बात
Okay, good. Even if we consider public organization also, no. Yes.
Sir, he should not be rude, but organization should keep an eye over him or her, because sometimes situation may arise where he, for example, a woman comes to him or her, if he is or a man comes to her, male comes to him, if she or he is prioritized, his or her decisions may be affected. But if he is not doing them, he may not do. If he is efficient in that particular organization, it's fine.
Okay.
So she is saying that they should be different.
You say no. Why you are telling her to say? They have courageous. Why we see in my class? No one will be judged. No one will laugh at you. I will not laugh at you. Every person has different learning style. Come from different background. It is understood. This is not school. Okay. No. Speak in Hindi also. I understand Hindi also.
So उसमें मुझे क्या explain करना है, मुझे पता है ऐसे करना है।
एक्सप्लेन ये करना है कि ये एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एक इंसान.
नहीं, इसमें क्या एक्सप्लेन करना है मुझे पता है, बट जो मैंने पॉइंट बोला कि डिफरेंट हो सकती है पर्सनल लाइफ और पर्सनल और प्राइवेट लाइफ डिफरेंट हो सकती है, उसमें क्या एक्सप्लेन
नहीं होनी चाहिए कि नहीं, इनको जज करना है कि नहीं हमें इस चीज में कि अगर प्राइवेट में ऐसा है तो पब्लिक में भी ठीक है, ये एथिकल कंडक्ट है कि नहीं, या फिर इनको बस प्राइवेट लाइफ कंप्लीटली सेपरेट रखनी चाहिए. इस पे क्वेश्चन
पर्सनल लाइफ और प्रोफेशनल लाइफ अलग-अलग इंस्टेंस.
अच्छा रखनी चाहिए, मिक्स नहीं करनी चाहिए, भले ही घर पे कुछ भी होता है.
नहीं मतलब
अच्छा ठीक है, ओपिनियंस आर रिस्पेक्टेड. ओके. सी in public life, working in an organization, this is very unethical if you are doing this, because there is a system called integrity system, and you are a part of a society. Organization is also a part of society. What are you doing in the society? You will reflect today or tomorrow same thing in the society. If your character is problematic, now you are efficient. tomorrow your character will be flawed. You will harass people in an organization also. Integrity is what? Integrity is a value system, consistent behavior, wholesomeness. Wholesomeness means what you say, that is only what you do. That is integrity. Integrity is a person's personality. If, like Vinod Rai said, former CAG, if integrity is not there, if integrity is there, nothing else will matter. And also, if integrity is not there, still nothing else will matter. Understood this quote? I'll explain. Integrity is not there. Nothing. If integrity is there first. Integrity is there. Nothing else will matter. Also, if integrity is not there, still nothing else will matter. You understood this quote? अगर तुम्हारे पास integrity है, nothing else will matter. All these values, etc., you will have a positive values of honesty, transparency, accountability, human dignity, gratitude, compassion. If this is there, then these will be also there. And if integrity is not there and you have all these values, no use. You will just make a clever devil. A person is honest, but does not have integrity. A honest person, if takes a bribe, will say, yes, I took a bribe. Honest person. If integrity is there, he will not take the bribe. So, integrity is a value system of consistency. So, if you are very prejudicial and you do domestic violence in private life, in public life also you will do the same. Okay. Vinod Rai, former CAG, maybe didn't apply to himself. Good lectures he was giving in 2G scam. Wait. If integrity, huh? Yes. It's very good. We can give lectures, but integrity is very difficult. Many examples are there. You know, Mr. Another Sri Asaram. They will talk good things. Very good things they will talk. Mr. Asaram, everyone knows. Exact opposite in private life. Exact opposite. Integrity, yes. Lack of integrity. Mr. RR. Ram Rahim, same thing. Good things in private life, bad things good things in public life. Very good teaching and very good oratory, everything good. But what in private life? We all know exploitation of women. Also, I guess Infosys chairman, good speeches he was giving. 70 hours work, everyone do. Now 32,000 crore GST evasion, he's been accused.
They have released the press that GST department has withdrawn their notice.
Yes, because there is also chronic capitalism also. Maybe we know electoral bonds. This is integrity system. If integrity is not there, then all things won't matter at all. This you will do in your office space also.
Non-vegetarian है, तो वो तो उसका पर्सनल ओपिनियन है, पर्सनल वैल्यू है, पर्सनल थिंग्स है, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में पूरी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की वजह है और वो ऑफिस में लगना होने से था, तो फिर उसको इस रीजन के साथ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन निकालने तो अलग थी करना, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की वैल्यू कोई जाए
तो wrong value है. Why you are restricting food preferences? Is freedom of choice. Many organizations, yes, very bad. Also, some community people don't sell flat to that community. Very bad. Societal value, what is this you are projecting? India is a secular state. Very bad. Also, people conduct a lot of religious practices at their home. Yes, very bad. Discrimination. And why other people, good people, are not taking voice against that? That is also questions. Society is a reflection of you. This is also, we all know now, very good case, IS Maharashtra. 8 memos she received in Labanjana for misbehavior during training. 8 memos. Personal life ही ऐसे private public life तो यही होने वाली. Also, according to regional newspapers, her bail has been cancelled. She has flown to Dubai. Dubai. Arrest was imminent, I guess.
Sir, but sometimes, though for a very short period of time, situation arises that organization urgently needs a particular person.
Then organizational values are lower. More destruction here they will pull in their organization. They pollute the organization. Good people will start leaving that organization. You may have heard people resign from the service. Bad organization. Yes, if food preferences is not being made available in organization, very bad. If you are segregating people on basis of food preferences, bad organization. That organization is going to die very sooner. Talented people won't come there. Also, I guess one case happened in IIT Bombay some time back. They made separate sitting arrangement for veg and non-veg people. What you are teaching? Education is the future of this country. We यही कल जाके शार्क टैंक में जाएंगे, वेज नॉन वेज करेंगे, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन खोलेंगे बिग. They'll pass on these values further. Institutional values have been replicated. Society replicates all this. I also shown you that Bengaluru PG video. Integrity of the entire institution is questionable. Not one girl came to save that girl. Not even one. Integrity, value system, character. अभी कल अपने घर पे भी ऐसा ही करेंगे. अगर कोई ऐसा हो गया तो चुप के बैठेंगे. पब्लिक लाइफ में ऐसे, प्राइवेट में भी यही होगा या उनके घर पे माँ बाप ऐसे करते होंगे. Integrity matters. Give you anonymity. If a person has some anonymity, check his behavior, how he behaves. Then you will come to know whether that person has integrity. Social media, many people create fake accounts, abuse, troll. This is their integrity, their value system, what they have been taught by their parents. Maybe in their home, abuses must be common. That's why this is integrity. If with an ID, they won't abuse because they maybe face the music of the law, but without, they will have. So similarly, a person who have low moral standards, if gets a chance that he won't be punished, he will harass the female employees also. So this is what is one aspect. Okay. Other, we all studied character. Also, see, you should also be, many people are not tolerant also. One example I'll give, where I stay, further, far away from my house. In that building, that family used to do havan in their home every day, every weekend or something. People of that society protested, this is very dangerous to havan, to fire, etc. They didn't listen. Then अपने घर के साथ साथ ऊपर वाला भी घर जला दिया. You Google it, you'll read that story. This religious practices. Weird things happen. Safety is also important. So you have studied also character. What is character? Virtue ethics. क्या character?
Wisdom, courage.
नहीं, what is character? Yes, cultivation of values. What you have cultivated in your private life, that will come in public life. That is your character. What values you have plucked throughout their life and you are practicing in private life, that will also come here. Okay, now situation is this, that you are very efficient. Tomorrow you will do this same thing in the organization. Cultivation of values, quality of character is very important. Character building. Also, many times what happens, whenever you apply for a job for a big MNC, they ask for a character certificate also. They will do your background check. What crimes are registered against you, what you have done in your life. Also, when you become a civil servant, Intelligence Bureau will check your background. They will visit your police station area. They will ask how was his character, what was his crimes. So that is character background check is there. Also, institutions like CVC, CBI need people with high integrity here, because it reflects the character of the entire nation, entire administration. If that kind of person comes here, then you understand what will happen. I guess IB forgot to check IS Maharashtra's background, I guess. Then we can also come to know integrity of the system.
DSP of Anti-Corruption Bureau. He gave a speech.
Yes, I read. There is recently DCP was giving a speech on corruption and gave a number also. This is, if anyone asks a bribe, call this number, file a complaint. Next day, he was caught taking bribe. Next hour, he himself was caught taking bribe. 80,000 rupees, I guess.
For the first time, ACB arrested its own officer.
See? Integrity, character of a person. Very dangerous people who do things who say something and do something. They are very dangerous to society. They have destroyed humanity. Osama bin Laden. Many.
Yes, I take less dangerous. Because we know they are.
Yes, their values we know. These people who portray something and do something very dangerous to society. Very dangerous.
Kind of asking for something.
Yes. Anna Hazare, we all know. When so much injustice happened after 2014, where was he? Minorities were beaten up. SCSC, SCST, atrocities, so much things were happening. Corruption, electoral bonds, everything, demonetization. Where was he? Integrity, questionable then. See then destruction, what happened. This is important. Okay, so question may come, then they will set this trap for you. Then if you write this way, then you are trapped then. Also see, whenever you go for interview, they have a DAF in front of you. Detailed application form, तुम्हारा history सब रहता है. That what they are checking, your character, what you have done throughout your life. Character check, background check. This is important. So character of a person. Also see, even if a person is private, your person is in public, but that person is in public, but person to same hai. Person is the same. Self is same. Personality is the same. And self is what is difficult to change. You can't change yourself. Self is decides your character. If in personal life, if someone is hardworking, he will be hardworking in private life also, and vice-versa. If person has gender equality in his mind in private life, in public life also he promote gender equality. यहाँ पे stereotypical है, यह भी stereotypical होगा ही. Even if he may not exhibit, but in the back of mind he may view the other gender in different way. Self, you can't change yourself.
So this was advertised, said he may not be exhibiting, but
yes.
हम कैसे distinguish करेंगे back of the mind है?
Private life, character check. That is why these companies do character certificate. They will ask your previous employer how was his work. In government also they do background, lot of background check will happen once you get into the services. That is character checking they keep on doing. Now IS Maharashtra case, if in public she is this way, in private also she will be this only. Character of a person is the same. And also conflict of interest. There will be continuously conflict in your mind. Ethical dilemma all the time. Organizational values are this, and your values is what you are holding. Conflict of interest will be there, and your character and integrity will be tested when there is conflict of interest in real situation. Like suppose you are a DM, contracts are happening. One of your relative comes to you, give me contract. Now integrity will be tested. If you give him the contract, no integrity, no character, not fit for civil services. Ideally, even if your relative is coming on merit basis, is meritorious, to maintain your integrity, you should recuse yourself. You should not be part of that. You should delegate to someone or other district collector. Many times you must have heard in Supreme Court, they are recused from the judgment because maybe as a lawyer, they must have defended that party. So to ensure integrity of the system and the institution, they recuse. They don't take decision on their own. They ask their other brother judge to set, because to maintain integrity. Integrity is very important. Integrity means there should not be a question on your character. There should not be a question on that institution. Question should also not arise in your mind. That is impeccable integrity. Now, Election Commission of India. Even if we say free and fair elections happened, okay, if we consider happened, but still question is there in people's mind. Why Model Code of Conduct was violated so many times, and why did Election Commission kept silent? Why religious speeches were made, communal speeches were made, why Election Commission was silent? Question comes, impeccable integrity, no. Similarly, CBI ED, no impeccable integrity. Question is there in the mind of people. Why only opposition leaders are targeted? No impeccable integrity. That is what it is. So, see, many times, yes, private life also should be not be part of discussion, like what you eat, what you sleep, when you sleep. But some private relations which are very sensitive, like if we have violent private relations, there will be overlapping in public and private also. This will decide this. Extreme private, like the food preferences should be private, your caste, religion, or everything should be private. Your gender preferences, sex preferences should be private. Many people are gender fluid also. So respecting their dignity. Sometimes they identify themselves as a woman, sometimes they identify themselves as a man. Private, very private affair. So that aspect should not be part of public scrutiny. But other aspects should be, because your life will determine the life of other people working in that organization. So person is common, human character is common. What you doing, social life, marriage, everything are very personal things. But civil service conduct rule regulates marriages also. We'll discuss. Now write down this. So everything is clear how public and private may not be separated. Many times Prime Minister, there is PMO, many officers work under the PMO. They know a lot of private things of Prime Minister also, which are supposed to be private, what he eats, what he drinks, whether he drinks alcohol or smokes. It's very private. It's his own personal life. This they should not discuss in public and should not let things come out in public, which impacts public or public morality. They can, as in larger public good. That's why there is civil services anonymity and minister response. They should remain anonymous. They should not do politics, rather see how politics works. Civil services anonymity. Ethics in public administration, that aspect will, I'll make you read that also. It's better to be safe. कल ये पूछ लिया, neutrality पे पूछ लिया, तो anonymity पे भी पूछ ही सकते हैं. What is civil services anonymity? They also ask non-partisanship, I guess, once. All public administration terms. So civil services anonymity can also come. What is civil services anonymity?
So that कोई politician करप्शन और civil servant को बता दे कि उसको anonymity
No, he should take up with, see, ministerial way. Lokpal है, Lokpal I guess है ना, है शायद. Yes. Lokpal is there. One Lokpal is also there. Odisha cadre person is there. He was the former CAG also. He is Lokpal now, I guess. So Lokpal, everything institutional there. But next is corruption, collusive corruption. Collusive corruption we will discuss. We will discuss in corruption. So that is civil services policy commitment. Yes, you should have courage also to report to the PMO, report to the Prime Minister. These all things are happening. That channel is there. Report to the Cabinet Secretary, Principal Secretary, first Principal Secretary, Cabinet Secretary, then PMO, then Prime Minister, then Lokpal. Otherwise, if you are very public spirited, file petition in Supreme Courts. This is happening. Writ petitions. Writ petitions, you know, right? Polity, habeas corpus, madambus, certiorari, quo warranto, prohibition. Difference पता है ना सबका, सब अलग अलग है. People get confused which to which is which. Okay, right? So things are clear, right? How a person should be ethical also in private. Okay, good. We got diversity of answers. Since organization also belongs to the society, and there is a close relation between ethics in public and private life. Since organization also belongs to the society and there is close relation between ethics in public and private life, both can't be completely separated. Because of following facts. Following facts or following reasons. Number one, according to integrity value system. Integrity value system. According to integrity value system, there should be consistency. There should be consistency in behavior of the people. There should be consistency in the behavior of the people. People should not have dual standards. Dual standards. Otherwise, it will be considered hypocrisy. You understand hypocrisy, right? Hypocrisy. Otherwise, it will be considered as hypocrisy. Such as Ram Rahim, Asaram, you can write. They preach good values in public life, but in private life, they preach good values in public life, but in private life, there are allegations of misbehavior and misconduct. But their conduct in private life was not appropriate. Their conduct in private life was not appropriate. Was exact opposite of what they were preaching. Now write second, character. Quality of agent. Quality of agent as per Aristotle is essential quality of conduct. Is the essential quality of the conduct. Aristotle agent theories talks about character. Quality of agent as per Aristotle is essential quality of conduct. Character also takes into consideration background of the person. Character also takes into consideration the background of the person. In fact, character can also be indicative. Character can also be the indicative of past behavior. Indicative of the past behavior. And also helpful in predicting the future behavior. Indicative of the past behavior and helpful in predicting the future behavior. It is also an indicative. It is also an essential condition It is also an essential condition for getting entry in public relations. Like interview takes into consideration the character of a person. MNCs ask for character certificate. Next point, there is also a concept of conflict of interest. There is also a concept of conflict of interest. Therefore, to avoid this, consistency in behavior is required. And private values are also taken into consideration. Private values and private relations are taken into consideration. Give example, now give illustration. While giving contract, if a relative is applying for the contract, if the relative is also applying for the contract, then the person should recuse himself or herself to maintain the integrity of himself and the organization. The person should recuse himself or herself to maintain the integrity of himself and the integrity of the organization. You can also here connect the how judges recuse themselves from any cases when there is conflict of interest, because they have a character and high integrity value system. Next, right? Person is common to both. In ethics in public and private life. To both ethics in public and private life. Person's self-image will not change. Self remains common to both. Person's self-image cannot change. Self remains common to both. Self also can't be changed. If a person is not trustworthy in private life, he will not be trustworthy in public life as well. And with that also, if person is hardworking in private life, he will be hardworking in public life as well. If person is hardworking in private life, he will be hardworking in public life also. That's why UPSC very difficult examination. If you do hard work here, then so if you have proper character, you will do hard work in the government also. But if you game the system, you will game in public life also. That is why Swami Vivekananda emphasized on cultivation of self. Swami Vivekananda emphasized on cultivation of self, which will determine the character of human. which will determine the character of human, which in turn will determine the character of the nation and character of the society and the nation, which in turn will determine the character of the nation. Self will determine your character, character will determine the character of the society or organization, that will determine the character of the country. Even if they are not separable, they are not separable, that is public life and private life. Still in many cases, there will be a line of demarcation. There will be a line of demarcation. Demarcation, dichotomy. There will be a line of demarcation. In some cases, there will be bit different also. That is private rights of people. Private rights of people. Private rights. Should not be infringed in public life. Infringed in public life. Like food preferences, social life, marriage, etc.
Cultivation of self.
Self, that is values which you cultivate, that self you design, what you give your identity to self. हमने किया था ना एक ideal self और एक real self, ideal self. Real self क्या होता है? That is self. What you are made of, what you identify yourself as. Cultivate yourself.
How to cultivate that according to
Huh?
How to cultivate.
Build a character, build good values, plug good values, practice those good values. Then self, then character will come. Good character will come. Character, everyone has character. Character can be good, bad, depending on what values you have cultivated. Personal choices. In some affairs should be kept separate. From public affairs. In fact, separation is also important for disciplined behavior. In fact, separation is also important for disciplined behavior. Separation is also important for discipline behavior, such as neutrality in civil services. That is, your political feeling should be kept private, should not be made public. Neutrality, that explaining that your political preferences, your political views should be kept private, should not be part of public life. See, ethics in public and private life of civil servants, we will discuss in brief. Ethics in for civil servant is very important. Many reasons you also must be knowing. They don't have any fixed working hours. No fixed working hours. They can't give an excuse that I want 9 to 5 job. Then wrong profile, wrong organization you are working in. No fixed working hours. Next, they have to behave in a very courteous manner in public and private life also. Very courteous. Yes, courteous manner, exemplary behavior. Manner, civilized manner, show exemplary behavior. They should be non-partisan, neutral. Non-partisan, neutral, you understand? पता है ना non-partisan, neutral? हाँ. They should not, see, there is conduct rules which regulate all this. They should not take gifts, bribes. You should be selfless. Even, see, one incident I'll tell you, they should not take gifts and bribes. Whenever you are in probation period, you understand probation period? What is probation? Yes, you are training also under senior officers. They will test your integrity. See how they will test. They will go take you out somewhere. And he's a big businessman. Take all this simulation. Take gifts, gift there. He's giving you all gifts. Now they'll observe you. What is your behavior? Whether you're taking those gifts or not. He will also say, take ले लो gift ले लो जो बांट रहे, phone दे रहे, shorts दे रहे, pants दे रहे. What you'll do? You'll say, my boss is telling take gift. If you fall the trap and you take gift, they know. ये ऊपर तक नहीं जाएगा, ये नीचे ही खत्म हो जाएगा, कहीं ना कहीं पकड़ा जाएगा ये bribe लेके. That is, they are testing your integrity. You should say no. It's against the conduct rules. Then yes. Then they will see. They also need to send a feedback report upar. Concerned ministry, whichever ministry, I guess DOPT or under some ministry also they work. They will send this report. This all case simulation they do. फिर वो फिर profiling भी बनाते हैं. They keep all profile of you. सारी profile बना के रखते हैं. जब higher position की बारी आएगी तो he won't be considered for that. ऐसा system भी होता है. Okay, so also see how we all know they perform sovereign functions. So lot of regulation is there for civil services. Conduct rules even regulate marriages also of civil servants. Okay, most other organizations don't regulate marriages. Here polygamy is strictly prohibited. Polygamy is strictly prohibited in civil services. So what is polygamy? Everyone knows, right? That more than one marriage you can't do. It will polyandry. Okay, polyandry also. They have to. But even you should not have an affair outside your marriage. That is also regulated in this. In civil services conduct rules. Organization क्या problem है?
Organization को क्या नुकसान?
I'll explain later. First, we'll discuss. See, many people will watch you. Many people keeps an eye on you. You can influence public to a large extent. If you are doing this, people will think this is right.
Population.
Yes. District in even a rural India, district collector is a god for them. If God is doing all this, then everyone will start doing. That's why ministers making statement also have very big influence on the people. Minister can't say this is my private view, not my public view, but private life. Public people who are public servant don't have a private life. Everything is regulated. It's very impactful. So minister can't get away and say when an untoward incident happens with a woman, the woman was at fault. Woman was wearing revealing clothes. Very bad impact it shows. Many people blindly follow these people. They are role models for them. Then they will normalize all these things. That's why many regulations are there in civil services as well. They cannot express also political views in their matter. Political views also can't be expressed in public. We all know why it's important to remain neutral. Just tell why neutrality is important. I explained why neutrality is important. Policy is a larger. Yes, to ensure democracy sustains, flourishes. Otherwise, if this is gone, then democracy also is gone. Even also in social media, they are prohibited from liking etc. certain posts. They cannot repost. But we all know many nowadays IAS officers do a lot of circus on social media. Very unprofessional behavior. Do you think you're putting all this glamour on social media? Do you think poor people will come to you and talk? Will he has the confidence, he'll think that he's some larger than life person. He will always feel subservient to you. Very bad. Even in UK, there are conduct rules. For UK civil services, there are conduct rules for social media also. In India, not much rules for social media. So it lies with the moral conscience, it's moral responsibility to regulate your conduct on social media. Yes, you should use social media to promote your schemes, promote what government is promoting, welfare. That for you should. Even Prime Minister talked about, I guess in Civil Services Day, importance of social media to promote the programs and policies of the government to reach to the masses. Civil Services Day, you know, Civil Services Day होता भी है 24 अप्रैल को, I guess. Civil Services Day 24th अप्रैल क्यों होता है 24th अप्रैल को? यही डेट को 25 क्यों नहीं, 26 नहीं, 26 जनवरी क्यों नहीं, 15 अगस्त क्यों नहीं? Why 24th अप्रैल Civil Services Day? हाँ? पटेल? हाँ, सरदार पटेल जी का बर्थडे। हाँ?
फाउंडेशन लेकर जाता है।
What? Imperial service. Similar lines. Yes. Yes, on this day, he addressed the first batch of IAS officers. 24th April, Sardar Patel, the Iron Man. What? Iron Man ही बोलते हैं, Sardar Patel laid the foundation. Yes, so that is civil services values. 21st, eh? Sorry for the date, 21st April. Achha. They have conduct rules only. Okay. So this is for briefly on civil service ethics in public and private relation for civil servants. Now write down a bit, then we'll discuss principles. Ethics in public and private relations for civil services. So see this is very highly regulated functions. We have to be very careful as a civil servant how you conduct in public and private life, because very big impact one's conduct can have. If you want to become a social media influencer etc., you want fame, go Bollywood, become a social media influencer. Why this very noble profession? People have laid down their life to protect the integrity of this institution. So many people are looking at you with hope. ठीक है, right? Civil servants are subject to different standards of behavior. Subject to different standards of behavior. This is under ethics in public and private relations for civil servants. Ethics in public and private relations. Okay, ethics ये सब topic है. Ethics in public and private relations for civil servants. Civil servants are subject to different standards of behavior. They are subject to conduct rules. They are subject to conduct rules which even guide their private rules. Even guide their private roles or private life. Number one, civil servants do not have fixed hours to work, fixed working hours. Civil servants do not have any fixed working hours. They have to behave in a courteous manner. In both public and private life, they have to behave in a courteous manner in both public and private life. Such as they should remain non-partisan. Apolitical. They should remain non-partisan, apolitical, and neutral. Act in a selfless manner. Selfless manners. Not for self-interest, for selfless manner. Selfless. Now, they should not take gifts, bribe. They should not take gifts, bribe. Tangible, intangible benefits. Tangible, intangible benefits. You understand intangible benefits? Instead of money, you give me something. Frame a policy after retirement, give me a post in your organization. That is intangible benefits. Next, the act of marriage. Next point. The act of marriage is also regulated. Polygamy is not recognized. Next, they have to disclose their income. Both from private and public, both from personal and professional means. Means मतलब professionally तुम्हारी salary ले, private क्या income है तुम्हारा, that all you should declare. Most important aspect of their conduct is the most important aspects of their conduct is they should show some standards of conduct. Some standards of conduct. They can't express their political views. On matters and issues, they should not express, they can't express their political views on matters and issues. They can't take private assignment. They can't take private assignment which can have conflict of interest. Assignments which can have conflict of interest. Even on social media, they can't like posts. Write that UK example in for United Kingdom social civil services. There are also conduct rules. United Kingdom civil services. There are also conduct rules which regulate behavior on social media. Which regulate behavior on social media. For UK civil services, there are conduct rules which regulate behavior on social media. It happens simply due to It happens simply due to the vital functions. It happens simply due to the vital functions performed by civil servants. That's why they have conduct rules which are very explicit. That's why there are conduct rules which are very explicit. See, no other profession has so much of explicit conduct rules as civil services have. Army may be having, but I guess it's much secret only. They live in cantonment. We don't know much. What man? अच्छा कर दिया अभी after this case. Then good. But conduct rules है क्या? Conduct rules will be formatted by DOPT, I guess. See importance of these cases. So much things we come to know because of her. What all things were happening. Now also we were talking about impeccable integrity. Till now everyone believed this institution is very fair. But now question will come. Yes, interview में थोड़ा है bias, even I observed. But why to depend on interview? Mains तुम कर दो क्या है? List में तो आ ही जाओगे. So now also question will come whether this institution is totally impeccable. Integrity is more or less of the exam system is there. Though there was a case in 2017, IPS officer was having a earphone in his ear and copying in that exam. And interestingly, in 2016, he had very good marks in ethics. Irony, very big irony. I don't know whether it's 18 or 17, but the year before he had very good marks in ethics.
One of the IPS officers was found impersonified.
Impersonification also. हाँ
रिमोट सेंटर्स पे
हाँ रिमोट बट वो एग्जाम ही ऐसा डिजाइन किया तुम कैसे 3 घंटे में इतना फास्ट लिखना पड़ता है व्हाट you'll hear what you'll write exam is that is designed that way see this also that too he being an IPS officer wanted to become a Kerala officer I guess क्या ही इतना क्या पागल होना कोई सर्विस के पीछे many things are there if you are talented you can do lot of things now principles which should govern in public relations yes Labazna director said but syllabus abhi very difficult to change Labazna director is saying former ex-director to remove ethics paper from people say a lot of things nothing happens yes, they were saying optional will go when it is going it's not going they will say attempts will be reduced attempts will when I started the preparation there are also rumors attempts are being reduced they never reduce in fact increase attempts this keeps on happening ignore rumors focus on your studies that is important at coalition government very difficult to bring reforms especially which are not popular if popular reforms do you think they can bring farm bills back very difficult Chandra Babu and Nitish Kumar you all know very volatile current government I think is very volatile anything can happen anytime yes or leader of opposition trying to build a first narrative make the government unpopular so when these two go people won't get angry so that is the strategy to see what happened in 2014 13 they made the government unpopular so when that is the strategy of politics so basic principles what should be there are basically not much truth should be there trust and integrity in public relations see trust is very important we all know a part of the social contract also social contract is based on trust trust is very contingent to have in public relations because see government releases lots of figures unemployment data GDP numbers it should be trustworthy people should trust it if trust is not there in public relation the government will become unpopular I hope unemployment figures government recently released I guess we have provided so and so employment because of trust if trust is not people are questioning this also unemployment figures GDP figures what are the GDP figures are they being manipulated to show higher growth inflation yes formula was changed here to how we calculate GDP more I guess formal sectors are taken into account something they changed how government is truthful depends on the integrity system if we all know truth is lost then everything is lost trust is lost everything truthful that should be the principle governing ethics in public relations also you must have heard some incidents happened in a district then they will shift the blame they try to deviate people suppose die due to malnutrition or starvation then they will say diseases were there so truthful they're not portraying the real picture lack of ethics in public relations I guess say demonetization many people died in the line then people are saying that government said that because they were already sick, having heart blockages. But why to increase their sufferings more? Why to make them stand in the line in that winters? Very cruel. Also, COVID Many people died. Government, I guess, did not put the real figures out. No government did. Truthful. Ethics in public relations lacking. Use these words in case studies, etc. Ethics in public relation. You can justify if question comes something like that. That this is manipulating the data or something. You should work. There is no truth. So it shows a lack of ethics in public relation, etc. That way you should write. Okay. Ethics in public relation is not only about ethics in public relation is not only about government and people. It is also between government and government. Government and people. Companies and clients also. Media and people, organization, its employees. This is ethics in public relation border.
प्रिंसिपल पब्लिक रिलेशन इसमें पब्लिक गवर्नमेंट सेक्टर की बात कर रहे हैं या जो पहले
So broader in government sector we are talking. In the organization context.
मीडिया पीपल
Media fourth pillar democracy.
पब्लिक रिलेशन में क्यों है
Media also influences. No, public relation is all these factors also. No? Public relation, a private entity also has some dealings with public. They launch product, etc.
जो हम ये बात कर रहे हैं गवर्नमेंट सेक्टर की कर रहे हैं ओवरऑल
Yeah, overall. This ethics in मतलब broader, it's broader also, not that narrow. See, many, the prime minister of the country visits another country, they sign a deal, they some make promises. They generally stand by those promises because integrity of the nation is at the question. That's why they make some commitments, will give so many dollars of loan to Sri Lanka, suppose Bangladesh. That has a word. That is when a prime minister speaks, it's the entire nation which is speaking. So if prime minister is making false promises, then integrity of the entire nation is at the question, especially in international affairs. Very important. Government to government. Government to people, we know media and people, organization and people also, how fair the employers are treating the employee, how cabinet secretary is treating the civil servants. Ethics in public relation about. See, ethics in public relation is basically also linked with how people should behave in a public manner. The how people holding responsible position should behave in a way. There is part of a fiduciary relationship. Fiduciary relationship. Fiduciary. Fiduciary relationship means people holding responsible position have a moral responsibility to behave in a right way because their positions are very impactful. They should spend money in such a way that it's their own money. They should not embezzle. They should not do wasteful expenditures. That is also what CAG checks. CAG, Comptroller Auditor General. That's a fiduciary responsibility. Because a minister, like I said, a minister can't get away and say, this is my private view. It's public relation, very highly impactful. So largely that's why it's highly regulated and public relation is very important for in civil service, very vital and highly significant. Okay, things are clear. So write down.
public relation in civil services public or overall public relation?
See, generally public principles in public relation is also broader. You can include private sector also because they also have very large influence. Trust, truth, and integrity of private is also important because
Private sector में integrity is not important.
no, it's important. There is also integrity is important, but the separation of private and public life is more in private, because we see in civil services even private life is regulated. How many marriages you do, that is also regulated. In civil services there are no fixed working hours. In private sector there are fixed working hours. It doesn't regulate your private affair. Okay. So principles of ethics in public relation, right? Trust, truth, and integrity are the three principles. We'll write more on trust. Rest is. We'll write trust here means. Trust here means. Trust here means ethical competency. Of people ethical competency of people, so that information is shared on the basis of trust. That you, whatever you are sharing is basis of trust. That is competency to share the right information. Trust here means ethical competency of the people, so that information is shared on the basis of trust. So that information is shared on the basis of trust. Trust is contingent factor. Contingent factor of truth and integrity. Trust is a contingent factor of truth and integrity. That is, trust is main basis. The main basis. Trust is the main basis of relationship between two or more individuals. Government and citizens. Government and citizen, leader and follower. Government and citizens, leader and follower. How that is how government is truthful. How government is truthful depends on the integrity system. Depends on the integrity system. When government publishes data, on employment or GDP, whether it is based on truth. Similarly, any administrator regarding any issue is speaking true or no, speaking the truth or no. Any issue is speaking truth or no. Like see now Wayanad landslides are happening. Whether they are speaking the truth, how many people are dying, depends on the integrity system. Most of the disasters, what government does is reduces the numbers. In COVID also, they reduce the numbers. So integrity system is lacking. What is accept the reality? When you accept the reality, then only improvement will happen. Now write ethics in public relation. Ethics in public relation is also about relations between government and government, organization and client, media and people, organization and its employees, ethics in public relation is linked with all people holding responsible position should behave responsibly. Holding responsible position should behave responsibly. Ethics in public relation is linked with all people holding responsible position should behave responsibly. That is merely holding important positions gives a moral obligation. Which is also known as fiduciary responsibility. Fiduciary responsibility, also known as fiduciary responsibility. They aren't free to behave as other people are. They aren't free to behave like other people are. That is, even in private or public life, you are not free to behave as other people behave, like a private person who doesn't work in government. They aren't free to behave as other people are. A minister can't express a view publicly and say it's his personal view. A minister can't express a view publicly and say it's his personal view. A leader can't say it's his personal view. A leader can't say that his private life should be brought into question. And he should be given some privacy. Should be kept away from, life should be brought into question and he should be given some privacy. A leader can't say that his private life should be brought into question and should be given some privacy. He can't say that. A leader can't say that his private life should be brought into question. A leader can't say that. Don't ask about my private life. A leader should maintain ethical standards in private life also. That is what it means. Such individuals should behave responsibly as their behavior influences a large number of people. Such individual should behave responsibly as their behavior influences large number of people. They should set some high standards show exemplary behavior rather than demeaning the position. Okay, this session comes to an end. Now, answer writing. करना है? Ready? See, I gave the questions QCA for printouts. Unfortunately, again, it's not our time, but I will give you one question. You write. No model answer will be provided. I will discuss, but you write. Okay.
Trust here means
एथिकली कॉम्पिटेंट हो गए तो ही तुम ट्रस्ट डेवलप होगा ना. पीपल विल कीप देयर प्रोमिसेस, देयर कॉम्पिटेंसी विल बी देयर टू कीप ट्रस्ट एंड ट्रूथ विल बी रिमेन ट्रूथ. दे वोंट मॉडिफाई. हाँ, people ना जनरल. So trust will also be include people also, na, normal people. They are also part of the governance process. That way it means. Okay, a bit of moderately difficult question. Unequals should be treated unequally to bring real equality. First, break the question, identify which area, and don't write like GS2. Write like ethics. It's your wish. I can't say after that. Unequals should be treated unequally to bring real equality. Write like GS4, not like GS2. Also, one thing, okay, after you write 10 minutes for you, we'll cut down time gradually. Ideally, by now you should have been finished because 7 minutes are over. Last 3 minutes. Last 1 minute. Don't leave so much space. Start from here, no? Also minimize background, too much background information. Good try. Wait, I'll take photograph. Put in the Telegram group. I'll hide your name, don't worry. दे दो, जितना लिखा है उतना, क्या हो गया उसमें? एक मिनट, टाइम बहुत पहले खत्म हो चुका है. minutes already. 13. Yes. तुम्हारा कितना लिखा उतना ही तो एटलीस्ट ट्राई. क्या होगा, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा गलत ही लिखोगे और क्या होने वाला है. देयर इज नो पनिशमेंट फॉर राइटिंग रॉन्ग ऑल्सो. Okay. ठीक है, better than before at least. हो गया सबका? Now go to that, many of you were able to identify the thinker from where it is coming. Where it is coming, which area? Theory of justice, John Rawls. So, unequal. Many people are writing too much background. Kindly avoid. Theory, unequal should be treated to bring real equality. So, start with John Rawls. John Rawls' theory of justice talks about a differential principle where unequal should be treated differently. He says, especially in terms of socio-economic rights, it should be treated differently. In that context, in India also, the reservation system, also giving socio-economic rights to the poor, it's derived from this principle. Unequals should be treated unequally to ensure their social mobility, their human dignity and respect is respected. Because there are some crucial historical differences that have been ingrained in the society. Unless they have been differentially treated, their social mobility and their survival won't be ensured. But at the same time, many missed on this, that when there is a conflict between equality and differential principle, preference should be given to equality principle. That is, in the name of socio-economic upliftment, their liberty, their rights should not be compromised. This many people missed. This is what John Rawls talk about. You can write Aadhaar example. In Aadhaar, the Supreme Court nullified this because it compromised on the equality principle. So, on the whole, yes, there should be differential principle, but at the same time, human dignity should be respected. That is, human values should remain at the top even in differential principle. That way you have to write. This is what this is a statement given by yesterday by Justice Gawai in Supreme Court when he talked about to bringing creamy layer for SC STs. Yesterday in the Supreme Court, in the 7-judge bench, Justice Gawai said this: unequals should be treated unequally to bring real equality. Where he outlined the need to bring a creamy layer for SC and the STs. Okay, this is it. All the best. Enjoy your weekend. Yes, two things. See, we were talking about trust. Now, recent trend of live-in relationship. This is also based on trust. Trust is very important factor in live-in relationship, marriage, etc. There are social sanctions are already there of marriage. Social pressure and social morality is there. But live-in relationship is totally based on trust. And see, we must have read in news, I guess, few months or year back. In Delhi, a live-in relation couple was saying that man chopped up his body, her body. Yes, yes. So this live-in relationship, trust, it can come that way. Also, I read an article, I guess, on mental health of civil services aspirants. Do take care of your health, mental health. Very grueling process. Yes, it is. It takes a toll on mental health of everyone who had studied for this examination. Solution also there. Have a social life. Don't just study. After 10-15 days or 1 week or a fortnight, take a break. Go out. Explore the city. Explore everything. Have a social life. You also know ethical egoism. Self-interested. Pursue your ego needs. Pursue your hobby. Whatever your hobby have. Otherwise, so much good influence there. Go for cycling, go for running, go to parks, dance, yes, go to mountains, yes, wherever you want to go, yes, do. See, exercise is very good stress buster. Do exercise, cycling. If you want to go to gym, go gym. Person should be multi-talented and multi-oriented. Singular personality restricts your intellectual development. Also, there have been many research people who pursue creativity and do exercise. They have higher creativity and brain retaining power. Okay, have social life also. And many of you, I guess, are staying with your families. So, I guess not much mental health pressure. Family comfort also matters. Okay, we'll meet on Monday. Now Monday, should we extend for 4 hours, 3.5 hours? Some aspects are remaining to be covered. 3? What's the real issue to stay till 7:38? Kuch problem hai? What? Acha, you stay far. Okay, I'll let you know. Then otherwise, let's see if we'll try at 3:30 or we'll keep at 4. We'll adjust next weekend or something because some aspects are we covered. The management will inform you if timings are changed. Okay, till 7 it's okay, right? For no everyone. Not 7:30. Okay for you? 7:30? No? Okay. ठीक है. ठीक है फिर 7 will let's say 3:30 is possible because Sunday you will have a break. I guess no class in the morning. You will be fresh in Monday. So let's say 3:30 will come on. I'll let you know that accordingly. Okay. Enjoy your weekend.